How's it going, guys, and welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered in the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the mechanic. If you'd like to get the mechanic for yourself, you need to have access to the Fallen Heroes vault card and 5 keys for that vault card. Once you've got that, simply navigate to the card and claim it from the top row of rewards. The mechanic is a legendary COV launcher, always being non-elemental and able to come with 1 or 2 projectiles per shot for 1 or 2 ammo costs per shot respectively. The mechanic fires out large bouncing wheels that will explode on impact, along with having the unique effect that while it's in your hands and you are in a vehicle, it gives you 100% bonus vehicle damage. The mechanic is remembered maybe twice a playthrough during the 2 major driving sections. Outside of that, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is a forgotten weapon, and spoilers, it's for good reason. Starting out with times 1 and times 2 though, times 1 is next to unusable, taking way too long to kill a single trash mob really for any gun, but especially for a rocket launcher. Times 2 is only marginally better, now actually able to kill mobs at the low price of consuming 2 ammo per shot on a rocket launcher with a 1.73 fire rate, but it's not like it's even remotely worthwhile as the damage is still utter trash. Even Mose barely salvages this gun. She can impressively make it kill on True Guardian takedown, or in other terms, it can act as a reasonably effective delivery method for Stag Den, Short Fuse, and Big Surplus, but it's really not going to be doing so for very long, as once again, the ammo consumption is steep. I mean, even outside of takedowns, taking this thing to lower tiers of content, it barely functions. It struggles to output anywhere even remotely close to the damage that I would expect of a legendary rocket launcher when running it through fucking Athenas. This gun is upsettingly bad to use. Filming this video put me into a terrible mood for the rest of the day. And all of this so far hasn't even been acknowledging the despicable projectile. While the novelty of firing a whole-ass tire at someone's head is incredibly funny, especially with the dense rubber boing sound that the mechanic has, in practicality, it's an awful projectile. The arc on that tire is incredibly heavy and feels way more awkward to get used to than a lot of other guns that have arcing projectiles. The hitbox of the actual tire also seems super inconsistent, and often I'll notice it just completely phase through enemies. And to top all of that off, this thing bounces a lot. If you accidentally even graze a weird piece of geometry, that sucks because that tire is changing its name and off to start a new life. The mechanic is a gun that is clearly intended to only ever be thought about when it comes to vehicle combat. But with vehicle combat only really being relevant during a story playthrough of the game, and even then only being mandatory for 2 parts of it, it's not something that's often worth intentionally equipping an entirely different weapon for. And while the mechanic does have value in just being kind of funny, this is a gun that absolutely deserves to be forgotten. That's not about do it for this one though. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Down in the description will be a link to my Twitch channel where you can follow to be notified of when I go live, and just below that is a link to my Discord server where you can come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.